African Safari Wildlife Park is a wild experience with over 800 exotic animals. Our drive-through safari features giraffes, zebras, deer, elk, alpacas, and even a white bison, all of which you can feed right from your vehicle. Walk on the wild side with the Zoo It All Pass and feed kangaroos, porcupines, tortoises, and rabbits. Step into our aviary adventure and hand-feed budgies for a memorable experience. Check out our live educational shows or ride a camel. Create memories that will last a lifetime at the Ohio Safari Park, African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton.
Well, happy
Wednesday,
everyone, and
Hump
welcome.
Day.
It is Hump Day.
Yep.
We had a camel on just a minute ago.
It's true.
You could ride a camel at the African Safari Wildlife Park
in Port Clinton.
In Port Clinton, if you
Just 15 miles from Cedar Point.
That's right. So you can go there. You can go ride some roller coasters and all that fun stuff.
I don't think they have roller coasters. I think they just have animals. Well, Cedar Point has roller coasters.
That's what I mean.
Okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
And I'm the blonde one. Jeez, James.
Anyway, our guest just got here, so I don't have to sit here much longer.
No. Well, James is here, and we were going to talk about the Olympics, but
we don't know very much about the Olympics.
We don't know, other than I will say that Katie Ledecky that is the swimmer.
Yeah.
I watched that 1,500 meter swim, and actually her teammate, who was not supposed to really, she's good, but ended up getting the silver. But 1,500 meters, folks, that's 30 laps of that ginormous pool. 30 laps.
No thanks.
Like, I started watching it, I said to Jamie, I'm like, how many laps do they have to go? He's like, it's 1,500 meters. I'm like, well, how big's the pool?
Yeah.
He's like, 50? I'm like, 30 laps? He's like, yeah. I'm like, they're crazy. Absolutely insanity.
I couldn't do it.
No way.
I don't think I could go down and back.
Down and back is hard enough. And it's like
I don't know
people...
if I would make it past the weird little diving board thing that they have to get in the pool.
Right? I don't know. I mean, and they got to get to the end and then they flip. And in 30 laps, how do you keep track of where you are?
That's a good question. Because
am I on 28 or 29? Do I need to go really fast now,
right.
or
well,
what?
Even if they had a signage or even a buzzer or something,
they have a little bell on the last lap.
Yeah.
I think that they ring, but I mean,
I guess you just keep going until you hear that bell.
But there has to be some
underwater,
strategy to it. Yeah.
And I don't know. Do they wear earplugs?
I don't know.
You think that'd be hard to hear when you're in the heat of the moment?
Wouldn't you? I don't know. I mean, I guess if that's what you do all the time, it would just be
you would learn
second
how to
nature.
do it.
But oh my gosh, I mean, that is an amazing, amazing feat, and the fact that they just get done with that race and they're just kind of I mean, what kind of freaks of nature are you that you're not even really winded?
Yeah. I watched a little bit of 3-on-3 basketball.
Wait, that's an Olympic sport?
That's an Olympic sport this year.
Shut up.
And it looks exhausting because it's just nonstop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's half-court basketball, real fast.
Yeah.
There's no, checking the ball in. And a made shot, you just keep going.
Well, I hope that maybe they should have put those guys on the men's basketball team.
Well,
they sucked it up.
Well, there's no men's. The U.S. did not put out a men's team for the 3-on-3. The women did.
Oh.
The women are undefeated in 3-on-3 and 5-on-5.
Well, the men's basketball team sucked.
They've only played one game so far, right?
Well, they lost. So.
Right. They lost their first game, but that's the only one they've played.
I don't know.
I think. I don't really understand how the stuff works. Because, in softball, U.S. played Japan, and they knew that it was already decided that it was going to be U.S. versus Japan in the gold medal game. But this game wasn't the gold medal game, and it had no effect on the gold medal game. But they had to play it, and the U.S. won.
Okay.
And then, a day or two later, they played again in the game that actually counted, and Japan won. So even though it's split one game each, it didn't matter. Because it's
super
like
bizarre.
a point. Yeah, I don't understand it.
You know, well, and I don't understand. It's like even in the gymnastics and like they competed a while ago. Why are they competing to compete?
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know. We're not Olympic. Obviously, we're not Olympic
No.
analysts at
No.
all.
Oh my god, can you imagine how bad we would be at that?
Yeah, I can. We wouldn't last very long. But I can tell you that swimming stuff is insane. I will give them that. That is nuts.
Yep.
And anybody that takes and stands on one of those ginormous platforms and does 52 flips off the top of it and lands in a pool has lost their ever-loving mind too. As Carmen says, they have bumped their head.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully not literally, but figuratively.
I mean, if you do that many flips, eventually you're
going to bump your head.
Eventually it's going to happen.
I mean, if Greg Louganis hits his head, you know you're in trouble.
Ugh.
So, anyway, but no, we have a special guest here on the program today, and she is not here, thank God, to talk about the Olympics, because we're very, very bad at that. But she has a lot of other hats that she can put on that she can talk about, and that's our good friend Kim Harless.
Yeah, so I will get out of the way and let Kim have my spot.
Are you ready, Wild Woman? Yeah. She's ready. And while we're doing that and switching over, let's do the weather forecast. And today is super duper duper hot. And I told Jenna, I said I was driving in here this morning with my air conditioner blowing, and I was still sweating. It's so sticky out. So for today, they are calling for mostly sunny skies. Highs around, as you can see, 91 degrees up there on the screen. Mostly clear tonight. Lows around 69. And tomorrow, probably worse because there's a chance of rain in the forecast. And if we get that rain, it's going to be really, really sticky with highs around 90 degrees. Then looking on to Friday, a little chance of rain in the forecast, but much cooler temperatures. And we will take that for the end of the Benton County Fair, where there are only highs around 84. So mid-80s looks like through the weekend.
Be nice.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Thought I'd never say that, but man, it's hot.
It is hot. You know, we've actually been blessed this summer with not horrible temperatures. So.
No, it's been good. I mean, it just seems like during fair, we always get the heat.
I know. I was talking to Dad last night, and he was like, well, why are you complaining about it's fair week? And I was like, you're right.
Everybody knows. That's right.
It's so true.
It's either rain or very steamy hot.
Yes. But Jackson County lucked out last week with some really good weather, and that worked out really, really well. So, well, welcome. Our good friend Kim Harless is here, and she has on her Farm Bureau shirt today. I never know what outfit she's going to have on because she has so many things that she does. But we are going to talk for a little bit. Well, we'll talk about a whole lot of stuff, but about the Hog Wild contest coming up.
Hog Wild.
Yes.
Where's your pig?
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about my pig.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
I think it's ready. Okay. Maybe.
All right. Well, that's a plus.
Yeah. I think.
We have a few stragglers. We do. We have, I think, Nikki at the office was calling the last maybe 7.
Okay.
Out of the 40. That's
well, I don't feel as bad.
That's not bad because we always give a little leadway before the pictures really have to be due to you all, Total Media. So let's just talk about that for a minute. So you guys for years have done piggy pages for us.
Yes.
And those are donated. And that's huge.
Yes.
And we appreciate that because it shows every pig, every business, every pig's name.
In the newspaper.
In the newspaper, yes. And that is tremendous. We appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, you know, this is a contest that's good for everybody. It's a lot of fun to do. And it's also basically, listen, it's just to benefit the kids.
It is, absolutely.
So, you know, at the end of the day, we're, you know, hoping to do good things to benefit our local youth. Right. And that's the main thing. So how did this Hog Wild contest get started?
Oh, my goodness. I was trying to think how many years we have actually done it.
It's been a while.
And I know we talked about this not too long ago. The Big Yellow Box, when it was popular by Crayola, that's when we started.
Yeah.
Teresa, author, was the person selling the Big Yellow Box stuff. And she happened to have a huge piggy bank. And she was on my board or at the time. So we just talked about it, and she's like, "Hey, let's do this." And then we said, "Hey, let's do this." And by the time we were done with it, we're selling pigs to a certain amount of businesses and painting them, decorating them, whatever they wanted to do, and collecting money, coins in them, or dollars, or whatever people
Yeah.
wanted to give. And that was for our scholarship fund.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. So when you're walking through a local business and you see these crazy pigs sitting around and you go, "What in the world
Yeah.
is this?" Just put some money in
Yeah.
it because it goes to our local kids.
Absolutely.
That's
And
the
we
whole
have
point.
even made it very simple this year, even more so. Last year we started with a PayPal. So this year we have PayPal, we have debit, credit, and Venmo options.
Aha.
So people don't carry a lot. We found out people don't carry a lot of cash on them.
That's right.
And so we listened to some suggestions and came up with these QR codes that you can just lay beside your pig. People scan them,
Aha.
takes them right to PayPal or debit or credit. Now the Venmo is a little different. You can't do a QR code with Venmo, but you just do at Jackson Vinton Farm Bureau,
Mhm.
pops up. But on Venmo, you do have to put the business that you're donating to.
Yeah, you have to. There's like a
Yeah,
memo
it's
line.
like a comment. Or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, that way we know, because otherwise we're just getting a donation. We don't know who it's from.
Yeah.
Or who it's to, actually.
If anyone hasn't been on Venmo,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
pretty hilarious.
I like it better than I do PayPal. I honestly do.
Well, because Venmo's almost like the social media
It is.
of paying each other.
You can put little emojis and
So, and I mean, and you can see what other people
Oh,
are
yeah.
doing. And so, I mean, some of the comments
I
get,
know. You're like,
well,
what?
a little rank,
Yeah.
but
What was
hilarious.
that for?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
but no, if you haven't been on Venmo, it's VENMO. It's just an app you can download on your phone.
Yep.
You just
Free.
add your credit card to it. And then I've used it. I didn't have it and I fought it for a long time, and honestly, it's been one of the handiest things that
Oh.
I've downloaded lately
Yep.
because there have been so many times, like, you know, say you go out to dinner with a friend and you want to split it, and they put it on their credit card, then you
Yeah.
just Venmo them half the money, and
Right. So
it's
simple.
just
It's the
right,
matter.
done.
And then you can leave an amount in the Venmo account, or you can transfer it all back to your bank account.
Right.
So it's very nice. So we, Farm Bureau started one this year, a Venmo.
Very good. So that's something handy dandy and high tech.
High tech.
Yeah,
we
you guys are fancy.
Nikki has been working hard doing all this for us.
Well,
so
and it's hard to set that up.
it
so,
takes time
yeah.
because each pig, when we post it, has its own link to PayPal.
Yes.
So that takes a lot of time to do, but she's
Sure.
got it down, and
Well, very good.
We're rocking it. We're already getting donations via all of them, PayPal.
Good.
I mean, there's a couple pigs that I'm like, whoa, that's more than most pigs collect at a.
And the whole time?
Yeah.
Yay!
Because it's so, you know, anywhere you're at, if you post that, once we post your pig and you share it, that link goes wherever. People can share it for you. So if you have friends and family in Florida, they can donate to you.
Well,
know.
that's true. They don't have to
Mhm.
be in
They
the
don't have
local
to
business
physically
anymore.
Put it in there anymore. So that was
Good point.
that was the idea behind it, because they would say, I have friends in Cleveland and they're not going to be down until after this date.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, we'll just accommodate them. And last year it really worked out. This year I think it'll probably double what we did last year, hopefully.
Well, that's good. And again, it's just it's to help the kids. So
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
it's not, you know, you're not giving money to the local business or whatever. You're
Nope.
it's all going to the Farm Bureau to help the kids.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so yeah, so how many pigs did you sell this year?
Okay, we always sell 40.
Okay.
Never any more than that. Sometimes less if we don't get the businesses, but we're good with whatever we sell, but never over 40, because we want it to be something people want to do.
Yeah.
And I've already got a waiting list. I've had people call me and say, hey, I've seen those pigs. How do we get in that? And I said, well, we're sold out this year.
Okay.
So it's nice to
Good.
say we're sold out.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I've got allergies and stuff going
Oh,
on. probably
girl.
Like you. Have a cough drop in my mouth right now. Just keep my throat moist, but
It's
and coughing my head off.
this weather is
'Tis the season, I guess.
ridiculous. Yes. But all right, so let's talk for a minute about the procedure with the piggies. So they are supposed
Okay.
to be, well, they are
Yep.
supposed to be, unless you
Yeah,
own
I have
Archinetti's.
some eyes on for this.
Out. They were supposed to be out what? Yeah, Monday.
Monday. Yep. And then and actually we say the People's Choice kicks off on July 26th. And why we call it the People's Choice is this first round of voting collecting is the pig that collects the most votes until we turn it in. So that is 100% the people's choice.
And it's like a penny a vote.
Penny a
so,
vote. Yep.
Yeah.
So we've had dollars, tens. We've even had $100 bills in them before.
Yes.
So that started 26. Between August 2nd, so you got a little time, and August 6th, pictures. I've asked this year that people text them to me because I went around and gave all the QR codes. You had to make a certain QR code for each individual. So I
Right.
hand delivered all those
Okay.
just so you guys would have them. But they've been texting me the pictures or emailing them to our address there. So they
Okay.
can text it to me, or they can, and that way we have them for the piggy pages because you guys have a deadline.
Yes.
So I respect that, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, sure. Do you need more than one picture of the pig?
No, I asked them to just take the best pictures. Some have sent me 2 or 3 and let me
Well,
kind of.
because there's different
Yeah,
sides
there's different
to
sides,
it. Yeah.
but we can only use one on
Okay.
Facebook, and we can only use one in the paper.
Okay.
So try to get the best angle they can, and then when they send me 2 or 3, I crop them because I've had lots of pictures from living rooms, from the countertops, at home. But
Don't get all my dirty dishes
Right,
behind
right.
it.
But that's right. We crop those out. And
Okay.
it's even better if you put it on portrait mode. You have to get it a little farther away because it zooms in on it, but it kind of blurs out the stuff in the background.
Sure. Okay.
So, and then the week of August 23rd is when the piggy pages will be in the Telegram.
Okay.
We also then said September 16th, that's when the People's Choice and the Most Artistic Contest ends. So you got until September 16th to collect, to get
Okay.
donations and collect for your pigs.
So a little bit longer this year.
Yes. September 20th. Oh, so what happens on the 16th is y'all bring your pigs to the Farm Bureau
Mhm.
office by noon. And then I have our FFA kids come in and they shake them out and we figure up all the things in the pig, take it to the bank. West Banco is wonderful. They love to see me come, but they hate to see me come because, and I get nervous because there's a lot of coins.
They have a
and
lot of
That machine sometimes, I don't do it well.
It's that machine is a close relative to the lady at the Kroger self checkout. She and that machine are related.
Yeah, probably.
They're very temperamental.
Right.
They
So
are.
I try to be very careful, go through them, make sure there's no. People will put paper clips. We've had a few
Yeah.
screws. I mean,
Yeah.
just whatever they can
Stupid
get in
stuff.
that pig. Stupid stuff.
Don't-
that tear the
Don't
machine
do that.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watch as we dump it, but that's a process in
Yes.
itself. So we do that on Thursday so that on Friday we can announce the top 15.
Okay.
And the top 15 is not based only on money. It is based on the pig, how it looks, how creative.
Okay.
And there is an award for just that. But we also, everything goes into play with it. And then we have our FFA kids that are helping judge. They just write down their top 15 in no order.
Okay.
And then I have 3 people usually from either outside of the county or people that aren't related to Farm Bureau at all that wouldn't know, that just come in and give me their honest, judging opinion.
What piggies do you like the best?
Yeah, which ones do you like the best? So that's how we come up with that. And then September 20th, that's the next Monday, which is the first day of the Apple Festival. It kicks off Top Hog.
Okay.
So for 1 week, that week of the Apple Festival, I take a picture, laminate it, take it to the top 15 businesses. They put it out
Mm-hmm.
with a jar and they collect in their business. We put all the pigs in the top 15 in our window. We have a table for people to come in during the Apple Festival to vote in a jar for their favorite pig.
I got
And we get a lot of people look forward to that. They come
Yeah.
in, and last year when we couldn't really, we had it, but we didn't have the Apple Festival to play off of
Right.
and be on the stage and all that stuff. So that will end then on the 24th. Everybody brings their jars again on that Friday by noon,
Okay.
and that's the Friday of the Apple Festival. And then the 25th, we announce the winners. And right now, I don't know where, when. I know it's Saturday, but I don't know what time yet because they're still a little up in the air with their schedule.
Yeah, and again, be
Which is
patient with
crazy.
all this. We're coming out of a global pandemic. It's a little
Yeah.
bit wild right now.
Yep,
Literally,
just
it's
been-
hog wild.
It's hog wild everywhere. So, but our awards are the People's Choice, and again, that's the most votes from July 26th to September 16th.
Okay.
Top Hog Pig with the most votes from September 20th through the 24th. So it's that short window of
Sure.
Apple Festival time. And then judge's choice is the most creative, and that can be if you are going to go on our Facebook page here in a minute, I hope to show some of them already, because we do have some of them on. We have a lot of them on our Facebook page, and
Okay.
already they're just crazy. They're crazy.
Very
already.
good. Can
Yeah.
you pull it up, Jenna?
She's
See
gonna
if she
try.
can pull it
Yeah.
up and
Yeah, go to the either mine or the Jackson Benton Pikes Iota Farm Bureau.
yeah.
So we've been downloading those a little bit at a time because I don't want to overwhelm people. But I always share them on my page too because a lot of people see them. But the Facebook likes contest is only likes on our page. So if you take it and share it to yours, that's fine. But you want to drive people back to the original
Farm Bureau.
post
Yes.
because there's no way to keep track of likes on your page. 15 people that
Right.
shared its
That's
page.
well, and you might not
and
even
we'll
be able to
miss
get to
some.
my page
Right.
because some people have it private and that
right,
kind of
and
stuff.
if you're not friends with everybody, so
Right.
it's just what strictly the likes on our page,
Okay.
and then it drives people to our page to see other things that we're doing and vote and
Very
have fun with
good.
it.
Very
Yeah.
good. So what has been? Oh, I'm going to put you on the spot, girlfriend.
All right.
Give me. It doesn't have to be but give me a couple of your favorite pigs ever throughout the years. I can
Oh my
remember
gosh.
a few of them that have
Okay.
been just fantastic.
I'm going to say, and I haven't got their pig yet. I got a little sketchy text yesterday from Courtney at Atomic Credit Union, and she said,
They always do something
"Oh
wild.
my gosh!" She said, "Would it be possible to get another pig?" And that's usually not a good sign. Like, is it broken? And I said, "What's up? Is it broken? We don't usually order extra pigs." And I haven't heard anything from her, but I can remember specifically it was like a dinosaur.
That was the one I
Yours
was
too?
going to say that they did.
Oh my gosh!
It was
It had the
so lifelike.
face,
It
the
had his big
nose.
tail with the scales and the
Yes.
spikes,
It was
and
crazy.
that thing was just amazing.
That was theirs, and then Candy's Country Store. Oh my gosh, she always put together like some cartoon, like Yosemite Sam. and
Yes.
some of those that you just look at them and you think, that's them.
Yes.
It does not look like a piggy bank anymore. They have transformed it into the creature that they were doing.
Well, and it's the hardest thing when you're trying to explain to someone, because I was like talking to some of the servers the other day. I'm like, okay, you guys take this pig and do whatever you want with it. And it's really hard to, they're like, okay, well, it's a pig. And I'm like, no, it's not a pig. Make it whatever you want it to be.
Yes.
And they're like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, just make it something.
Right.
Make it into a rocket ship.
There we go.
Oh.
See, does that really look like a pig if you look at
No,
it?
it
That's
does not.
Giovanni's in Wellston. Oink. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there. That one I got last night late.
Piggly
That
Wiggly.
is Piggly Wiggly.
So cute.
And the story behind this one, she told me, she said, I wanted to see what was going on 80 years ago. What was popular 80 years ago?
So that's kind of our theme, by the way, too.
Good.
Just so you know.
So she said when she looked back in 1941, Dumbo was huge.
Okay,
So
very
that's
good.
why she selected Dumbo.
Love
And
that.
if you look, I think the ears are like some kind of material or something.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So that's in Oak Hill. That's Piggly Wiggly in Oak Hill. And then you have this is the VFW post right down the street here. You'll get some very simple ones that look like pigs, but then you'll get those that look like Dumbo. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they
it's very
transform it
cute.
into something else. I
Yeah.
think ours, just to give you a little hint, was because the girls looked back and found that I think it's Lyndon B. Johnson was president, or who was president back then? Was it?
Oh, wow.
Who
That's
was president? Whoever the president is, it has something to do with that.
That's A&A Truck Stop.
Very
right
cute.
there. Yep. I mean, they can be as simple. Now that one, oh, you're missing the hair on top. That is Jules down at the Ivy. So cool. The hair is like made out of something that's stretchy. And it is so cool. And then she's got some other things on the side that the picture doesn't do it justice, but
That does not surprise me.
very cool. That is Davis Veterinary Clinic in Benton County. She's our lone pig in Benton County because we do Jackson Benton, but that's Wonder Pig.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And that one is Apple City Wholesale. That's Auctioneer Johnny.
Yes.
So, it's just, they just do things to compliment what their business does, or it's
Yeah.
something totally random, you know.
That's awesome.
Now,
Oh,
yeah, that one's cute. I can't get past the cow. I try to when I share them on my page, but that is Triple R Ranch in Oak Hill, Dirk Dempsey. And he sent me that, and I said, I have no words. That's so cute.
that's literally the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, you're going to put me on the spot here. I can't remember. Who's that one say it is? Walmart.
Subway,
And so,
Walmart.
yeah,
Oh,
Subway,
okay,
Walmart.
Subway, yep.
Mhm. That's something, Sam. Yeah. That one is Stockroom, 601 on Park's Edge, and it's called Pork's Edge.
Pork's Edge.
Mhm.
That's funny.
Carter's new to it this year. He was real excited to be a part of it. So. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, that's a new one also. Liza Jane's Dairy Bar in Oak Hill.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, that one is Jackson County Bill, not Bill. But there's some really good paintings, you know. Papa John's, they've been a long time standard. That's Mr. Applewood.
Love that.
Yeah. That one I did not understand when they sent me the picture and I read it. Well, that's a creeper that it's on.
Yes.
And I didn't get it for a while, and I'm like, why are they covering up the pig? But it's the creeper. It's Jeeper Creeper. Mobile mechanic.
So cute.
That one is a Harry Potter. Is that Jackson Banking Center?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that one
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I saw that one yesterday.
Yep. It's got the little tie on it. So some of them are very well painted too. Iron City Barbells, I believe. That one. I think last year they had a big pair of sunglasses on there too. It's got an apple in the front there. Now at first I didn't get this one, and I had to have someone explain it to me. It's free.
Is it
Yeah.
free, Brittany?
And look at all the songs are all changed. That is the filling station. Tommy Long sent that to me. He said, don't you love it? And then after I realized, well, I'm like, I do love it. I just didn't get it at first. So all the
That's
craziness
so
going on with
good.
Britney Spears.
Poor Brittany.
That one I love.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, Buckeye Tire and Exhaust. He literally built the stand. That's the Apple Tower.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, very creative there. Now that okay, I had to do a double take on that one too, but that's Clark's Law Office. That is a lamb. That's a lamb with cotton balls. So yeah, so creative. I remember one year, the other one I remember, that's our Benton County Junior February t-shirts we sponsored. But the porcupine, it was the tire shop down on 93.
And did a porcupine.
She bought the real
Like quills?
quills and had them in the pig somehow. I mean, it was a porcupine.
That is
and it was a little
insane.
dangerous because it was like, how do you handle this when you have it on a platform? And I was nervous I get nervous every time I take them to the bank or take them to the office, take them back to their homes at the end because
Let's
I'm afraid,
be
what if I
honest.
break it?
Yeah, they're like
Oh.
ceramic. So not only are they beautifully decorated, but so you have to worry about messing up the
they're
decorations.
Oh, that's it.
But they're certainly breakable as
Yeah.
well.
And
So
some
it's
of
like,
them
oh
come
boy.
with lots of props. You know, it doesn't
Yes.
make sense unless you have the props with it. So then it's like, I've got this table size pig with all the props. But yeah, as you see, there's some very unique, different
There
ones.
are, and so very good, and we are super excited for the contest to kick off. And the main thing is just donate money. Doesn't matter what pig it's for. If you
No.
have a particular one you want to support, cool. But the main thing is to get the money to the Farm Bureau to help. And it does help with what? Scholarships, right?
Scholarships. No, this one we do scholarships. We used to give one. Now we give five scholarships.
5.
And anytime we get, it's for youth programs, youth funds. Anytime we get a school that says, hey, we want to see if you will help with the stay at home, that's where that money goes to. Anything that benefits the kids or banners at a ball field,
Right.
things that benefit the teams, the kids.
Yeah.
And we do that in every school that asks, you know. And
So
we don't,
good.
we do it when we're asked. I don't go to every school and say, hey, do you need me to donate?
Right.
But we get it from everybody. You know, we get things from everywhere.
Well,
So,
and that's the whole point is, there are so many clubs around here and service organizations. And, You know, our youth, they work really, really hard and they deserve it.
They do.
And so just support them.
Right. And so many of them now help with the organizations like Lions,
Right.
Rotary, Kiwanis. You know, there's like a branch of them in the schools.
That's true.
Especially Rotary. You know, that's our Interact Club.
Yeah.
And they do so much at school too.
And you
So,
know, you have the FFA kids
FFA.
obviously helping, and the
Yep.
4-H kids, some helping the Farm Bureau, and
yes.
that's awesome.
Yep, they do. It's
So,
great. Makes it fun.
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So what else is going on with the Farm Bureau? You're always into something. So you're
Oh.
always selling something, making something,
We are.
doing something.
We have our Fraser beef at the office all the time. We are now selling Way Farm sweet corn from Waverly. I think I've gone through almost 100 dozen of ears of corn. People come in every week because if you've ever had, I mean, we have great sweet corn around here everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But me being from Pike County, I've always been, with kind of Mandy, and she partners with us. She's a Farm Bureau member. She sells our apple butter. She sells our popcorn over at her market also.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we have right now. I did have a little FFA guy wanting to bring me his, but then he couldn't during fair. So maybe
Gotcha.
down the road we'll get some of his, but I can't keep Way's sweet corn. I just can't.
That's awesome. And,
Yep.
you know, I was just thinking to myself, so we do have a farmer's market
Yes.
here on Saturday.
Yes.
Are there other places to buy the local produce
I think
around here?
Weber's. I'm not
Okay.
sure if you just get it at the farmer's market or if they can sell it off their farm too. I'm not sure, but their sweet corn's really good too.
Okay.
As far as that goes, I really don't know of any other farm you know,
Yeah.
that promotes it and does sweet corn.
I almost feel like we should maybe have another farmer's market a week.
I think that'd be nice.
That would be great.
Midway through
Yeah,
the week,
like a
maybe.
Wednesday,
I know that'd be hard
Wednesday
for
evening
them.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
I think they used to do one at Holzer, maybe.
Yes, they
Holzer
did.
Clinic, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it would be nice. So I told you a long time ago, before COVID hit, I wanted to have my own little farmer's market
Yes,
year-round in the office.
yeah.
So I have local honey. I have people that stop in to get that. It's actually from Pike County. I tried to get it local, but the people that were members, they were out of it until mid-July. So
Gotcha.
once I'm out of this honey, I'll try to reach out to them again.
Yeah.
But they're all Farm Bureau members, and we try to support them and show people what they have to offer.
That's right.
Of course, we always have the popcorn. Pike County does the popcorn, and then we do have a little bit of apple butter left at the office. I think maybe 5 or 6 jars. I've been quiet on that, and as people come in to get something else, we're like, I'll take that.
Well, I know when our friend Jess was here the other day that sang at the fair,
Mm-hmm.
they were taking her down to try to find her some apple butter
Oh, my
because
goodness,
you know
yeah.
it's like you can't leave Jackson County without some apple
Well,
butter
hopefully-
if
I
you're
don't
not from
know.
here.
She stopped by the office because we have some. but-
Okay. Well,
and
very
then,
good.
yeah,
I
a
don't know
little
if
bit
they
left.
had some because I know we keep it at your apple
Yeah.
butter actually at the restaurant to use in some of our drinks and
Yes.
things, and
Yeah.
so that comes in very handy as well. So I was like, well, I could probably get her a jar there. We'll
yeah,
see.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
But other than that, it'll be seasonal things, you know. I mean,
Mhm.
we had pumpkins and gourds last year from a Scioto County member.
Awesome.
So we'll probably have a few of those again. That got like crazy because it was one of the first things we could do in September, October.
People just wanted to buy,
Oh.
go somewhere and
Came
buy
in and got a
something.
pumpkin we had so many different varieties. We had the white ones, we had the green ones, we had all different colors, red.
Yeah.
So there was all different kinds, and we sold quite a bit. You know, you can't keep that stuff too long inside because it gets soft and
Needs to stay out in the
smells.
cool.
Needs to stay where it's a little cooler in the evenings and stuff.
Yeah.
So
So, yeah, that's so good. So, if someone's wanting to buy some of the Fraser Farm beef or the sweet corn or anything like that, do they need to call you ahead of time? Can they just walk in the Farm
they
Bureau
can walk
office?
in. If they want a lot of meat, I prefer they do call because
Okay.
I want to make sure I have what they need because I have to get a hold of Ted and Alice and then I go pick it up. But I keep bulk hamburger, patties, steaks, roast, and cube steak on hand. So, you know, people think they don't realize that there's only so many steaks in a process.
Right.
You know, they think, well, you can get as many steaks as you want, but you can't. So those are hard to
Correct.
come by sometimes because especially now around fair times, a lot of the packing houses are backed up
They're
because
super
of
busy.
fair
Yes.
and taking some of the animals. So just be patient. If you want something specific, let me know ahead of time and I'll try to get it. So Ted and Alice keep a good bit of, probably a box or so for me, just so when I need it. But
Okay.
yeah, I go through a lot of bulk hamburger and steaks, and the wintertime more roast
Mhm.
than summertime.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that stuff goes out as quick as I get it usually. So, and it's good. It's a
Yes.
good deal.
Yeah, and you know, again, you're supporting local.
Yep.
So that's
Yep,
awesome.
they are local Farm Bureau members. So makes it
Very
nice.
good. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what the heck else do you have going on? You know, you are. Wait, are you president? No, you
No,
gave up
I
your
gave up.
president of the
It's
Rotary.
a 1-year deal.
Pass
that's
that on to
awesome.
Amanda.
Amanda's got that now. I'm sure we'll have some great things coming up this year. I know she's going to try to get us together every week now. Before we were doing it every other and trying to do a Facebook Live in between.
Right.
Trying to get back to some normal.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that rolls.
Okay. And with Rotary, are you all accepting members or?
Always.
Okay.
We lost a lot of our older, and I don't mean in age, I just mean people that have been with Rotary for years.
Mm-hmm.
We lost them during the pandemic.
Sure.
So we're always looking for new members. So if you're interested in being a Rotary member, Tuesdays at noon at the Christ United Methodist Church. Every Tuesday starting in August.
That's right. And
Yeah.
you can, you know, in the meetings, you guys try to get them in and out within the hour, right? So
We
that
do.
so that people can get back to work or that kind of stuff.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Trust me. I get it.
Oh, my allergies.
It is the worst.
Yeah.
So I think Miss Jenna's gonna go get you some more water.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe.
I got a little bit here.
Yeah. We'll see if she
So what else do you have going on?
Well,
what's new with you?
oh my goodness.
I know you're closed on Mondays now.
Yeah,
How's that going?
It's going well. Still have a steady stream because, you know, we're closed on Mondays, but Jamie and I are typically up there working. Still have that steady stream of people coming in and trying to get in, and I feel terribly about that, but it's been a while, and you know, you can only post so many times. So
Right.
but people have been
Thank you.
people have been quite patient with us and supportive, and I think that people are very understanding when you explain to them situations, and when you're upfront and honest with them.
Right.
And I can tell you, Jamie and I were in Columbus over the weekend, and we went to numerous places, and everybody's in the same boat.
They are.
It's just, you know, you're understaffed, you're busier than you've ever been, and
Because people want to get out now.
they do, and they're desperate to get out and do
Yeah.
something fun and normal and whatever. And so we did make the decision to close on Monday. We just didn't want to overwork the staff
Right.
that we
Absolutely.
have, and they were appreciative of it.
Oh,
I think.
that's very. I mean, you're taking one for the team.
Yeah,
What you're doing.
yeah,
You really are, because I know you're busy every day, but I look at Rowdies and I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
mm-hmm.
People adapt, and that's
They
when they
do.
go. You know, that's when they go. So,
You know, they do, and we human beings are very adaptive creatures if you just give us a chance.
right.
So, but yeah, so that's worked out, and it's made staffing just a hair easier, although we're always looking for people. So if y'all are looking for a cooking job or serving or whatever, we try to make it a really fun place to work. Please
Great
come
food.
see us.
Great
Yeah.
atmosphere. Love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. I mean, I think that's a lot too.
I
The
hope so.
atmosphere. It is.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But we, it's definitely, I'm going to tell you what, when people ask, I just say it's just all a lot. It's the only thing I can say.
Yeah.
Is it's just a lot. All of it. This whole year has been a lot. Every day is a lot of I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, every day there's these weird decisions, and, you know, you're just, I don't
You
know.
don't
It
know
just
what
never
tomorrow holds.
ends. You don't.
We don't know what the next week, 2 weeks, next month is going to hold.
You
know.
don't. And, as a school board member, and I was going to ask you some about that too, you're making decisions for our local children, as are all the other local schools, with no crystal ball in your hand.
No.
And no matter what decision you make, you're going to tick people off. And, it's kind of the same. I do know, and then I'll shut up about the restaurant. But, a lot of people are still frustrated with us about not putting all the tables back in. We're still not moving tables.
Yeah, right.
So, like, if you come in with 8 people, you either sit at a table of 6 or you split up, like with 2 chairs on the end. Like,
right.
and I'm sorry about that, but it's just too much because when you start moving tables together, you start getting big parties, and then to explain why, then it kills the kitchen, and then it's just messes up the whole flow.
Everything.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Right.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So yeah, and it's the same with you being on the school board, and you're having to make decisions, and everyone's under this impression that all of a sudden this pandemic's over with. I mean, and we just had a friend up in Columbus that owns a restaurant brewery, and he had to, he sent us a message. He was like, I had to close the other day because I have somebody with COVID, and they worked here, and it's like, oh God, that can still happen.
We don't know. That's right.
We have no idea, and you think it's over, and it's not over. And now you're hearing about this Delta variant that's terrifying. You're seeing on the news where people are perfectly vaccinated and are getting very, very sick. I talked to a friend yesterday that had 2 clients that had to cancel with her because they had the Delta variant, and they're very, very sick and fully vaccinated.
See, that's the scary part.
So here we are, and so with you as a school board member, with us as a restaurant owner, still in the back of my mind is trying to keep people as safe as possible, and the staff as safe as possible by hoping to just keep things a little smaller than they once were, or more spread out than they once were. So let's put you on the spot for a minute.
That's fine. Yep.
And put on your school board hat for a moment. And you all had a meeting the other day, and you had to sit down and you had to make a decision on what's going to happen with the kids at the beginning of school here in the next month, actually less than a month now.
Yes.
And you all made the, I would say, unpopular decision for some people, if you read some Facebook posts, and I'm sure you have, to require the children in Jackson anyway to wear masks when they come back to school. I know you don't want to speak for everybody, but what were the factors involved in that? And let's talk about that for a minute while you're here, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all.
I think information is key.
Yeah. We knew this was going to happen. We knew it was going to come to. We're going to have to make a decision before the decision is going to be made for us, probably. So we needed to have a plan and be proactive with it. So Mr. Howard comes up with a recommendation. We go into exec session and we have a great discussion. I mean, I will say that the board members that I'm on the board with right now, we had a great discussion in there. Everybody got to be heard. Everybody gave their view on it and the reason behind their views.
Sure.
And a lot of that came out during the public meeting.
Okay.
If you watch we're still live streaming it, so you can go back and watch it. But the comments that were made, Dr. Morris and myself were the 2 that voted no on masks going back to school. My theory behind it, and he gave a very good talk at the very beginning, but I'm a parent. I put myself in that place. I have a lot of people that I listen to and I talk to. I still make my own decisions, but that does help.
But you're elected to represent the people and the kids.
And the kids. And I listen to them, and I listened to a lot of people before I ever went in and made that decision. And I even said during the meeting that this has probably been one of the hardest votes and decisions that I've had to make in the 8 years I've been on the board.
Did you know how you were going to vote before you went in?
I thought I did, and then I listened to everybody else, and then some of that made sense too. But then I went with my gut and with the
Sure.
people, at the very end. I knew after exec session what my vote was going to be going in.
Okay.
I just had to stay true to myself. And my reasoning behind it is, yes, we want everybody to be safe. We are on the school board to keep our people safe.
Absolutely.
Not only our kids, our teachers. But I also went into summer school and did a lot of things. And I think, are we going to do something here at the very end? Are we going to make some butter?
I think we are.
Okay. Well, anyway, I made butter with the kids, and seeing the expressions on their faces, and they didn't have to wear masks during summer school.
Oh.
So that kind of helped
They
me a
were
little
happy.
bit, and they were happy, and
Yeah.
they could see my face, and they, you don't realize how much you hear someone by looking at their lips,
Oh.
and I realized that with myself. So I voted no on masks to start school because I felt like I'm not anti-mask, I'm not anti-anything. I feel like at this point in time, we can go anywhere we want in our county
Mm-hmm.
and not wear a mask.
Sure.
So my theory was, I think that should be a parent's decision at this
Mhm.
point in time. It might come August 17th, we might get told by someone else
It's possible.
that we have to wear masks, but until we are told that, and that's just strictly my opinion on it. I feel like
Sure.
that's a parent's choice to send that kid to school with a mask or not. I didn't feel like I should be the one telling them you have to wear a mask, and that's just me.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are just talking about your view here today. But I think what you said at the beginning of our talk here about this was so awesome. And that is, you thought you knew, but then you
Mhm.
listened to
Yeah.
everyone else. You listened to what they
I
had to
did.
say. And
Yeah.
that's how boards and
Right.
other elected officials should
Yeah.
act, that should listen to people.
I was not, I thought I knew until I started listening. And then when I put it all together, I still had to stay true to what I
Sure.
felt was the best thing. I put myself in, I'm a parent when my kids, can go anywhere else in the county, and our numbers aren't there yet. They may get there with, the high rise of Delta or whatever.
Mhm.
We may get to that point, but right now, I feel like we're going back to when the pandemic started, when we were being treated like Columbus and Cleveland and Cincinnati, where the cases were so high
Right.
that
And
we
we
were
didn't
being
have
punished,
anything
and
down
we had
here.
nothing.
Yeah.
Now it caught up with us, but we adjusted. So my feeling was, hey, if something comes up, we'll adjust. We can have
Sure.
another meeting. We can make another stand on this, and we can adjust. It's not that big a deal.
Well, let me
So-
ask you this, and this is the question that I've been asked. Is this, the total decision, whatever, or was the decision made by the board that maybe we'll revisit this in 6 weeks or 2 months or a month or whatever? Will it be revisited?
I think that they're always open-minded to see that if our cases are not there, I think absolutely they'll revisit it.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe, if people are reaching out, we always invite people to come to our board meetings.
Sure.
I love when we had teachers in July, I think, or June or July. We had 50 or 60 teachers. I love seeing them come to the meeting.
Yes.
I mean, I don't ever take that as a negative. I take that as a positive, that people are concerned and people have interest and want to see what's going on.
Well, and have their input.
They have their
They
input
want to be
heard.
listened
They
and
wanna be
heard.
So there's always a public participation. You get 3 minutes to talk in front of all the board at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, I definitely feel like we'll revisit it down the road if the numbers stay where they are now.
Good,
I do.
and I think that's fair. Cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair.
I feel comfortable with that.
Well, good, and I know that you're not speaking for everyone in
Yeah.
other school districts and all that, but
yeah, honestly, I haven't even heard what some of the other ones locally are doing.
yeah, I don't want to speak because I don't want to say something wrong,
Right.
but I think I know with the that's so funny.
Oh, goodness.
Um,
I'm gonna get our stuff ready.
yeah, get our stuff ready. But I know with some of the other school districts, they have to listen to the, you have to listen to the CDC, and you have to listen to all of the people that are making medical decisions as well.
Right.
None of us are doctors.
And we had a lot of people give us some very good sound advice, but we
Mhm.
also had some people come in and talk on the other spectrum of it too.
Sure.
So we had both to listen to and both to weigh in, and at that time is what I decided was best decision on my part. So,
Absolutely.
All right, let's
All
switch
right.
it up a little.
Okay, so Kim asked, she's like, let's do something fun. And
Let's
I was
do
like,
something
yeah.
fun.
And she's like, we can make butter. And I'm like,
Yep.
well, I don't have a churn. And you said that you could work around that.
We're
so,
working around it.
Okay.
We have heavy whipping cream. And I did this in the schools during the summer, and I go into a lot of schools throughout the year. And sometimes we do it our ag day, but this can take a few minutes. So I want you
Okay.
to get started on it. I prepped my own ahead of time, but I'll do it with you. So if you want to make homemade butter
Yes.
at home, all you need is a pint jar, and you can even do a littler jar, but I like the pint jars. Heavy whipping cream,
Okay.
and it does have to be heavy, not just cream.
Okay.
And you just pour a little bit in a jar, and you just start doing this.
Okay.
And you got to shake it hard.
Oh,
And
I feel
yeah.
like, isn't there this thing called shake weight? I feel like that's.
Yes, there is. Yeah, it is. I had I made some before I came, just so in
That's
case
so
ours
funny.
doesn't get to where it needs to be in time.
So are you saying butter's just heavy whipping cream?
Butter is heavy whipping cream.
I didn't
And
know
you can
that.
get salt. You know, you can add a little salt to it.
Yeah.
It can be unsalted. We might even have James help if he wants to shake a little bit.
I
You
think
wanna
he can
shake?
shake two at a
I
time.
think he needs to shake. And now I want you to hear.
It's like a martini.
So yeah, there you go. I'm not good at that.
But you can hear it
you can
start
hear
to.
it starting to get thick.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the harder and the longer you shake. You want to shake, James? Here, shake it. So the purpose
Here,
of
shake mine
what we
too.
do is, we go into the school and we just
He's got the double shake going on.
we talk about agriculture.
Yeah.
And I talk about, whenever we do this, I talk about dairy. Where does your milk come from? What about cheese? What about all these things? Oh my goodness, do I get some crazy?
Jenna's getting the
shaking
shake
it
now.
too. Yeah, keep shaking hard, guys, and you'll feel it go from liquid. Literally, you'll feel it go from liquid. And the idea is to have it come. Mine's kind of not in a ball anymore, but
Oh
it
yeah.
becomes a ball. I usually
That's-
drain off the extra, but I want you to see how that looks because I'm going to put it out here and you're really going to taste it because people are like, the kids amaze me with how they taste. They're like, ooh, no, I'm not getting that because it's not from Walmart. It's not in a container.
Butter comes from Walmart. Yeah, butter comes from the
Walmart.
grocery store.
So I think I shook this before I came maybe 7 or 8 minutes. Come on, put
Okay.
some muscle into it, guys.
Get to it, James.
Yeah, that's it.
We should have gone to Callahan's and used the paint mixer.
Yeah, we need to. We
that
take
takes
it
the fun out of
to.
it.
We could take it over to the Sherwin-Williams. and-
Yeah. But it's amazing to me. Like the kids will get tired of shaking it. And
Did you bring us a croissant to eat it
honey, I
on?
brought you a cracker. And
Oh.
I'm going to talk a little bit about one of them.
We don't have a toaster.
We have a toaster.
You have a toaster? But it's really good on corn on the cob.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
So these are just little club crackers, and I'm gonna let you taste it. But see, it does look like butter. James, let's see where yours is at real quick. I want to see if we're just to the whipping point.
I broke my cracker.
So look, if you open it, and that's not.
Oh,
thick,
yeah.
You could eat it this way.
Yeah. It's getting
really
there, though.
creamy. Taste this, and you'll see a difference in both of the tastes. You guys want to try it? Yeah, show it to the camera. Mine was done prior to, and literally like 7 minutes.
There
but
it
it
is.
looks more like butter.
Yeah, yours is more
this
yellow.
will get there.
Wait, I didn't get to try this one yet.
Here, I want you to keep shaking this, James, if you would, and you'll feel it become a ball. So
Yeah, That one tastes like
it
butter.
tastes like butter. That is more whipped, and it's not to that point yet. But the kids really liked it when it was to that stage. How's yours doing, Jenna? She don't know.
She's like, I'm just shaking and dying.
Oh, but the point of this
That is so
they
good.
learned that this is where it all starts, from the cow. And I'll ask them, I'll say, what kind of cows have milk? And I'll show them pictures, and it'll be obviously not a dairy cow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they do. All cows. But what confuses them is cows do have milk because some of them feed their babies,
Right, so like
It's just
female
not-
cows are going to
Yes,
have
they're
milk,
gonna have
but
milk.
the dairy cows.
The dairy cattle, yeah. So
So-
that's the Holsteins, they recognize them.
Right.
The Ayrshires and stuff, they don't really recognize
Mhm.
those because they're a different color. But I want you to try this.
If you ever
Try
If
one
you
of
ever
these.
see a
Do
Jersey
you like
cow,
spicy?
I love spicy.
Okay, that's called a dirty cracker. No kidding. I was at Chevalier's Winery
It's
over
yummy
the weekend.
smelling.
Yes, and we had a little bit. Mark Chevalier used to be on my board in Jackson, and he now has his winery open in Creola.
Where?
Creola. Yeah.
Really?
It's Lepettit Chevalier. Beautiful. It's been 13 years in the making.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah, those come from Albany, Ohio.
These crackers?
Yes. Yeah, they're called dirty crackers or dirty something. It's a
Oh,
spicy
it's so good.
ranch. All right, I bet yours is it feel like it's a ball now? Yep. Look.
Oh,
You
it
did
is.
it.
James, you did so good.
How about you, Jenna? How's yours? So what happens is you still get a little liquid from it. You can see that. And we just drain off the extra liquid.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can see it or not. But
Yeah, there you go.
there. This is got a little bit of, we would just drain that off, but James, you did good.
Look at you,
this.
butter maker.
Butter maker. And if you keep
I want another
doing
one of
it-
these crackers.
yeah.
They're
But anyway,
so
they
good.
had dirty pretzels. They had dirty crackers. That's a ranch, a spicy ranch flavor.
Mm.
If you need this to put it on there, go ahead. But anyway, this
No, I'm
is,
just gonna be uncouth about it.
no, that's cool. That's how the kids are. They love it. But I'll take crackers and
love
stuff
it.
for them to try it. And it's just, you can put that in the fridge and store it like you would regular butter. I mean, it is regular butter. What do I say? Butter out of the store in their little container. Just put it in something airtight, and there you have butter.
So if you were actually on a dairy farm, would you take the milk straight out of the dairy cow and put it into that jar, or do you have to skim it, or how does that work?
A lot of people take the cream off of the top before they ever send it to be pasteurized, and you could definitely make it off of that.
Off the cream, off the top.
Yeah, but technically, you're not supposed to do that kind of stuff anymore because it has to be
That's why the local
pasteurized
dairy
and-
farms
Yeah.
are.
But they do, for their own personal use.
Right.
They couldn't sell it, of course.
Right.
But that is good butter.
It's so yummy.
Did you
Oh my
try
gosh,
it?
who knew?
Gotta
I
have you
haven't had a
try
chance
it.
to try it yet.
Let's
Oh.
see. Looky here. I think you got another one. You guys can.
He
oh,
did
yeah.
so well. Jenna, you did so
see,
well.
that took not even like 8 or 9 minutes. You guys
Yeah.
did good.
We've got
And
tons
we'll
of
get this
butter.
out. We want Jenna to try it too. Yeah, definitely. I'll put this in there. And when you first do the creamy part, it's not yellow like that. And that's
That
what
is
threw
so-
the kids.
What makes it yellow?
I think it's getting all the air out of it because I can literally
Okay.
put it on a plate like theirs. I can take that whipped, and if I put it in a bowl and start pressing all the air out of it, it becomes yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm sure
that's
there's
the
some
only thing I can
science to it.
figure. There has to be, but it works. So there you go, Miss
That's
Jennifer.
so fun.
You made
So,
butter.
Yes. So if you all are at home, you don't have any butter for your toast, but you have some heavy whipping cream around,
Yes.
there you go.
Just takes a little bit, and look how much we made. I
Like
mean,
a whole bowl
a
full.
bowl full. Whoops.
Oh,
I brought
you're
paper
good.
towels too. But
Oh,
anyway,
she's like really
you
on top of
definitely
things.
want to just drain the extra liquid off before you spoon it out because you don't want that in there. I think I made a mess. But anyway, that is your butter, and you're welcome to take that and store it. But yeah, I have to give
You
a
guys
little
did
props
well.
on these crackers because weren't they amazing?
Yes.
So I had a little of his wine, and he does more of a semi-sweet, not really a sweet like we're
Mhm.
used to, but it's really good.
Nice.
And his daughters both come home and help him during
We'll
the
have
summer.
to go try that.
Try it. It's a beautiful scenery. I mean, it's back in Benton County in Creola, but they had a food truck there, and they had it was called the Rolling Pin,
Mhm.
and they had strawberry shortcake, they had pulled pork, they had chicken salad, they had all kinds of just neat food for you
Sounds
to
good
just
to me.
taste their wine and
Yeah.
do that. So
Well, very cool.
all right.
Well, that was fun. See what
Yeah.
the Farm Bureau, what they do, all the fun stuff.
We like to educate people.
Yay.
How simple it is, This
Love
is just
that.
how simple it is.
Well, you come back anytime and teach us how
I
to do
will,
stuff.
Definitely. Thank
Hey,
you for having me.
of course. Before we get out of here, and you can help me announce this, Kim.
All right.
Cheers to 52 years. Our good friend John Boy is retiring, John Pelletier. And we talked to him a little bit yesterday. He'll be back here tomorrow. But but they are doing a like a fun just retirement party. But he's super busy this week, so we're waiting until next week because this is last week of work, and we're like, we're not gonna, make you stop and party during your last week of work. So next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, Thursday, August 5th, from 2 to 4 p.m. at Stockroom 601, there's going to be a party. And they just want you to stop by and congratulate John on his retirement. There will be food and drinks available. It's basically just kind of an open house. Just stop in, tell your favorite John memory, embarrass him a little bit.
I don't know if you can embarrass John.
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't.
Give him a hug. Tell him how much you've appreciated him being in the radio business for 50 plus years.
50 plus years.
50 plus years.
Gosh.
And, I was telling him yesterday how much of an influence he'd been on my life and growing up with he and my dad and the radio. Like, I didn't have much of a choice other than to end up here because, I just grew up in the business and grew up with those guys and the pros, and they're
his voice
amazing.
will definitely be missed. Surely he'll do some commercials or something.
Oh, I told him, I said, some days when I don't have anyone to do this morning show, I'm going to call you crying, right?
Yeah. Come help.
Yeah, please come help me.
That's awesome.
But so hopefully he'll be out and about and around. But he is like you. He wears so many hats that he doesn't have time to work anymore. He's volunteering his time all the time.
And I really look forward to that part of my life later. 31 years this year with Farm Bureau, and I'm thinking, how many more years do I want to do this? But it's things like this that I go do with the kids, and it's just fun. It's something different every day. I mean, who gets to go make butter, right?
I mean, I didn't know, and I didn't know that it was
simple.
All that simple.
Yep. And you see how much we made just in
there was like this
it wasn't
much,
even really. If you fill the jar a little full, you'll make more, but you also have to shake harder and more. We wouldn't do that to James.
You need a paint mixer then.
You would need a paint mixer.
We need to take it down to Callahan Hardware and put it on the paint mixer for sure.
Yeah, that would take maybe 2 minutes, right? It'd probably be done.
It probably would, because it would just really shake the tar out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Right.
Well, Kim, it's been so much fun spending the day with you.
Thank you.
And it always is. And, if the main point of you being here is, to celebrate the piggies and to earn some money for the kids and their scholarships and all that. So if you see these ceramic weird piggies out and about all over town,
feed them.
They're hungry. They need fed. And that's it. And I will say sometimes the decorations are such that you can't figure it out. The holes on the top.
Or they'll have another jar beside it. Or now you can just go PayPal, Venmo.
There you go.
Simple.
PayPal, Venmo, all of that. And there will be a little sign beside the piggy that tells you how to do all that. So you don't have to worry about that.
And we appreciate you guys' support. I mean, this is probably at least 24 years, I'd say, we've been doing Hog Wild.
Yep. Quite a few.
Lots of scholarships that kids have appreciated.
That's right. Yep. And think about how many kids have benefited from that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're right. All right. Well, our good friend Kim Harless, thank you so much for being here. And we will be back tomorrow with some more madness and merriment. So enjoy the rest of your day. Very hot outside, so stay cool. Check on your neighbors. Check on your pets, your animals, your livestock, all of that. Make sure they have plenty of fresh water.
And drink lots of fluids.
And you drink lots of fluids as well. So, or eat butter.
Eat butter. That's right. Thanks.
Have a great day. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.